another day, another video. Thank you for clicking on my channel today. This is the final episode of the originals. You know, cannot believe we are here at this point. It has been an absolutely wild ride. So many ups, so many downs. You know, the Vampire Diaries, what an amazing show. Hopefully guys have loved that, and you know, thanks for supporting that one. And then we got this as a spin-off, and if you think about it, yeah, there's 8 seasons of the Vampire Diaries and there's 5 seasons of the originals, but technically the originals have been in the Vampire Diaries like 2 seasons, so we kind of got 7 and 8 seasons of it, and it's been absolutely mental. There's 171 episodes of that. I think there's like 92 episodes of this, so it has been absolutely crazy. We are way in the 250 plus episodes of loving this, and I can't believe this one is coming to an end. You know, KLAUS, absolutely love that name. Elijah, again, I love that one. The only Elijah before this one was, I related it to Elijah Wood, mate, from the Lord of the Rings. And now I would literally consider calling my kids that. Somebody interested in the Patreon and in the YouTube comments said that they called the kid Elena Catherine, which I think is an absolutely sick name. And after this, I would definitely call my kid either KLAUS, Elijah, Damon or Stefan. That's how much it's impacted me. I have absolutely loved this show. Last episode, you know, in the name of family, KLAUS looked like he was going to pay the ultimate sacrifice and take his own life. He has obviously absorbed all the powers that was inside inside Hope, the dark magic that she had consumed, with the help of the Siphons, you know, Caroline and Rick's kids, which is really interesting. I'm glad that we utilised them. It's nice to see. And they've taken it and they put the powers inside of him. And the only way you can be sure that Hope's going to stay alive and he's not going to hurt and kill anybody again is if he takes his own life, and that's it, done and dusted. He's eliminated it. He's got a piece of White Oak steak that he's had stashed for years in case of emergencies like this, and well, you know, it looked like he was going to kill himself anyway. He took the magic and he was just about to stab himself, and the episode finished, and I cannot believe it, mate. What an absolute cliffhanger. Elijah did propose as well that he wanted to take the powers off him in the, you know, name for the family. He wanted to kind of do a bit of redemption of his story because he's kind of involved in the Haley death, and then obviously Haley spoken to Hope last episode because she looked like she was going to die and she went into, like, you know, the dark realm or whatever. And Haley was there happy with Jackson and her mum and her dad and her family, and she said to go and tell Elijah that she's waiting for that one last dance. So, I mean, amazing. We ended it really, really well. I'm excited for today's episode. You know, there's not much to really conclude on it other than this show's absolutely unreal. And if you haven't seen it, go back to episode 1 and watch it and start from there, because it's going to be absolutely an amazing wild ride for you guys, and 92 episodes of just absolute madness. So thanks so much for clicking on today's video. We're going to vote on our most liked and disliked characters of season 5 right now, and also reveal my top 3 or whatever's like most liked characters of the whole show, as well as your guys as well. So I can't wait. So let's dive over there and do that before we dive into the final ever episode of the originals. Oh, and it's me in the future. Just before we get into those results, we will reveal the next show you guys voted for to watch with Legacies. Now, I did say that we are going to watch Squid Games first, because we are going to, and then we'll jump onto this one. So hopefully guys are okay with that. I will be running a poll on the YouTube. I think you can check it on the channel or something. I don't use them very much. Whether to watch it in English or whether to watch it in its native language, so make sure you vote for that, because I haven't recorded one single episode yet of that. So we're going to do 1 week of Legacies, which starts tomorrow. Hopefully guys enjoy that. And then obviously after the week we will do the Squid Games in rotation, and then boom, we'll move into the show that's going to be revealed now by you guys obviously voting all the way through it for the past month. So let's check that result, and then we'll dive into obviously our characters. Okay, so here we are. This is the results everyone's voted for, and it looks like Peaky Blinders has won 91 votes, 20.9%, with the 100 in second place with 17.4, and Team Wolf coming in at 16.7. Now this is really interesting. So what we are going to do is we're going to upload Legacies for the first week, then we're going to interchange Legacies and Squid Games, and then when Squid Games finishes, I might do Legacies and Lucifer, just so I can conclude that, and then when that finishes it will be Legacies and Peaky Blinders. Legacies will probably be finished then, and then it will be Peaky Blinders and another Netflix show. As soon as Peaky Blinders finishes, we'll jump back onto this. I'm going to keep this running, this poll. I won't close it. I'll remove Peaky Blinders from it, and then it will be the next show that has voted. So right now, it will be Peaky Blinders and the 100 going. But obviously, the vote will be continuously open. It will always be in the descriptions of the videos. And when we finish Peaky Blinders, we will come back here, and the next vote would be the next winner. and so on and so on. So hopefully you guys are fine and excited with that, and everything will be early on the Patreon. If you go on there, we have already started Legacies. We're way into it, so if you want to watch it, get over there, because these shows will be coming out way before the YouTube onto that. So it's just a little bonus if you're excited for that. If not, you can wait for it to come out on YouTube. I promise you, everything that is on here that wins will always be uploaded. Okay, so here we are, voting for our most disliked character of Season 5. Now, to me, this one's an easy one. No beating around the bush, yeah. This woman is the reason why Hayley is dead, and she is getting my vote this season. Like, I would be very surprised if people did not pick Greta. I expect everybody to pick, well, not everybody, but you know what I mean, maybe Emmett as well, you could stick him in there. But realistically, you look at all these, who's actually done your head in? Who's actually been bad this season? Nobody but this one. You caused our Hayley to die, you know. Maybe I do think that maybe Elijah's going to get some votes now after saying that. Just when I said Hayley, I was thinking Elijah. Now he changed his personality. Oh, going to be a tough one. I'm really excited to press next, actually. I am so excited. Let's have a look. Oh, really excited now. So I picked Greta, and I think most people will. And there we have it. Greta has absolutely walked me with that vote. I have never seen somebody so much dominant in a voting poll. She was definitely my most hated character. I absolutely disliked her so much. Now, I said I did understand that Elijah and Emmett will possibly get one. Antoinette got one, well, 3, and Declan got 2. Really interesting, because I didn't really mind Antoinette that much. I don't think that she works on the mum side at all. It's really surprising the fact that Antoinette has got a vote, yeah, and Roman has not. But Keelan, Ivy, and KLAUS have all got one. Yeah, I thought they had a decent season, all of them. I know they've only got one, but still, somebody disliked them. It's very interesting. But Greta, she was so obvious. It was so easy. I knew she was gonna. From the moment Hayley died, I knew that she was the most disliked character. I think he even said it in that episode. Nobody, whatever happened in the season, was ever going to get close to beating her. Literally, I hated her so much. So I'm so happy that everyone's on the same page with this one. But yeah, that's amazing. Let's jump into the most liked characters now. Now this one, our most liked character of season 5. To me, yeah, I just loved everything about him since Camille's died. Now, obviously, it's season 5, but I do feel like I've absolutely loved the fact that KLAUS is doing whatever it takes to save his child. I think that's what a dad does. That's what a leader does, a family man. And his emotions have been absolutely amazing. His scenes with Elijah have been great. You know, his scenes with Hope have been absolutely fantastic as well. Showing so emotion, crying all the time. You know, I enjoyed last episode with Caroline as well. And he's possibly going to kill himself to save it. So to me, he's definitely my favourite of this season. I think he's been absolutely fantastic, and I just think that he's been so good, and he's improved so much since Camille's death. I feel like when she said that, mate, embrace the love. You know, family is not a weakness. Family is what makes you strong. He's embraced it. He's got so much better, and I've loved him ever since. So, like, he's definitely my favourite this season, and I'm excited to see who you guys vote for. So let's have a look at that now. And there we have it. KLAUS has won, with Elijah coming second. Now, it's very interesting because Elijah come quite high. Where did he come on that other one? So Elijah comes second in the most disliked and second in the most liked. How interesting is that? That's what I absolutely love, mate. The show, it twists and turns the characters consistently. Do you know what I'm so happy about? That Vincent's come in third place. It's just amazing. He is an absolutely amazing addition to this show. What a character. Did he come in season 3 or 2 or something? And he's dominated it ever since. I'm so happy that when they took Finn out of Vincent, they kept him Vincent as Vincent himself. Because he's just been involved in everything. He's been so good. Him and Freya together have been amazing. Now, I did love Hayley this season and what she done for Hope, just as much as I loved what KLAUS done for Hope as well. They done whatever it takes. Hayley sacrificed her own self, didn't she? And obviously we got KLAUS as well doing whatever it takes, taking the magic the last episode. So I mean, it's just been absolutely madness, and what an amazing season this has been. This has definitely been up there with one of my favourite ones, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I just think because everything's been put on the line and we're in the last one and we're not stopping. Do you know what I mean? We just go in full head on steam, put the foot on the gas, and just absolutely smash smashing everything down. I think it's been so good. I love the fact that everybody's done a mixture of votes again, just like on the dislikes. Even if people are just getting one, yeah, it shows that somebody's been impacted by that person. And Josh's death, you know, is really sad. And obviously he got his little send off with Aiden as well, which I really enjoyed. And then I really enjoyed Marcel. You know, his proposal to Rebecca at the start of the season was just great, wasn't it? And, you know, they really do deserve to be together, and I hope that they can have that happy life that they deserve. Honestly, they really do. But that's absolutely amazing. You guys are just the best. Honestly, I cannot thank every single person enough. And I know that we've been through 3 polls now already. We've been through obviously the next show, we've been through the dislike characters, we've been through the most liked characters, and now we're going to dive into our most liked characters of the whole franchise, not just one season, for the whole franchise. I know it's a long introduction, but this is the final show. Do you know what I'm saying? It deserves the respect and everybody's opinions and votes for it. So I do appreciate everybody sticking around, getting involved. This is what makes everything amazing. So we are here, and really interested. So I've got to say, I'll do it in my most liked is KLAUS. You know, without a doubt, he's my most liked for 100% sure. I would put him in number 1 order. Now, my second one, it's really tough actually, because I always thought that I would be picking Elijah, and I still might pick Elijah, but then I really enjoyed Haley as well. I actually really have enjoyed Haley in like 3 seasons, but it's a tough one. It actually is a tough one. Realistically, if I was going to pick, right, I would pick KLAUS, Elijah, and Haley as my top 3, like this. That would be my top 3. It definitely would. But I'm going, because I can do 3 votes. Yeah, I am going to. I'm going to throw somebody in there that I believe it has been very good and really I've really enjoyed watching, but I would never vote for them as the most liked character when you do one single vote. And I do feel like they do need some love, so I'm not going to pick Kayla. Oh, it sounds brutal, that, actually, because then I feel tight, because I feel like if people all take the same approach as me, then she would get no votes. But I'm going to pick Vincent. I've actually really, I thought that for a character that wasn't originally in the show and then introduced, and to have such a big impact, he's been absolutely fantastic. I've really enjoyed Vincent, honestly. Me personally, I think he's been an amazing addition to the show. I really have. Now, I've got to do an honourable mention. This guy has been the best guy for any speech scenes, any emotion scenes, stand there, shout at everybody, claim it. By far him, absolutely amazing. And an absolute true warrior who's been an absolute team player regardless of how many times he's gone down is Freya as well. When she was first introduced, I wasn't sure about Freya. Didn't know whether she was actually good or bad, or just using them to get rid of Dahlia. But she's come in and been an absolute champion as well. So them 2 are my honourable mentions. Hayley should be in the top 3, but I'm just, because I got 3 votes, I am going to do a one on the outside and just give somebody else a different chance of getting one. So I'll stick them in, and let's have. I have 38 votes so far, so this is good. So when the YouTube one comes out, there'll be quite a lot. And here we are with the YouTube votes, exactly. So what was that then? About 30 odd, and now we're in the triple digits, mate. 100, and let's see who everybody's voted for. And I'm absolutely amazed that Elijah has won the most liked character of the whole franchise. I've got to give a round of applause, because I did not expect that. Now, I voted for him in my top 3, which I'm assuming is what everybody done. Now, we just take this as face value. He got the most votes, so we say he's the most liked. But he might not have been. He might have been everybody's 3rd choice, and he snuck it in there. But that's why it's good to have the majority, because the more people that can get voted, the more it ranks. That's why it's so good, and people get to have a chance of being voted. Instead of voting for one singular person, you can vote for people that you do like. So I voted for KLAUS, Elijah and Vincent, and it seems like the winners have been, obviously, you've got Elijah in 1st place, KLAUS in 2nd place, and who's this? Freya in 3rd place, tied with Vincent. So the 2 characters that I was going to give honourable mentions to, but I give one, obviously, my vote and the other one, the honourable mention, they've made it into everybody's top 3. So that is so good. And then obviously you got Hayley down there. You know, if I flipped it over and put Hayley and Freya would have won and they would have joined. So it's been so good. Obviously, it's just been amazing so far, just looking at them. I like how Father K got in. I think is it One Season Wonder? Absolutely smashed it. Do you know what I'm saying? He got in a couple of people's votes. And I like how Camille as well. She got one off somebody. And then obviously Josh has got 3. And Hope has got 3. So people are voting for Hope. They must have really liked the impact. So I'm assuming that those people are going to absolutely love Legacies because Hope's going to be the main character in there. So it's fantastic. Like I said, I can't say thank you enough to every single person that has either engaged in this series, in the Vampire Diaries, in every single one of the polls. You even watching the video up until here, you want to just get into the finale, don't you? I mean, like 12 minutes in or something. So I do apologise, but that is what happens when you conclude a franchise. You know, if you're excited to continue on with the next step, Legacies, like I said, will be tomorrow. You guys are absolute legends. I think we're like 10 subscribers away from 2,500, so we can hit that on finale day or whatever. That would be just the most amazing present to conclude any series. So if you are new and you've not subscribed, do what that says over there and subscribe if you're new. As always, thank you every single person that's ever supported the channel. Let's jump into the final episode of the originals. Hopefully guys enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear your opinions in the comments. And yeah, enjoy it everybody. Thank you so much.
Put it down. Walk away, Elijah. You shouldn't be here. Put it down.
Oh, she's there looking at him as well.
What's going on here? You told me that they put it into something safe, and instead you used my first transition to trick me. And you're gonna let him go through with this.
I don't need his permission to save your life. I made my decision.
And I've made mine.
I didn't expect that. Really interesting.
Just when I thought he was showing the vaguest signs of maturity.
This energy feeds on anger, and our brother, as we know, has enough to set the world on fire.
He's a cockroach that will outlive us all.
And we're immortal.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going home.
He'll quickly go mad, and it won't be long before he's unrecognizable.
Okay, well, how long does that take?
Hours.
Well, then we keep him asleep, okay? He won't be angry when he's asleep.
There's not enough magic in the world to slow this down.
Interested to see what happens, me. I actually have no idea now.
Put down by your own daughter. You are a waste.
He's just trying to bait you.
Could you be more pathetic?
Is he brought the scenes already?
You should have murdered that girl before she was ever born. Kill her.
I love his eyes.
Run. Just run.
Kill him. Kill him. Interesting. Who hated Michael and come to love him? Because that is me. Absolutely hated him. I think he's sick, me. I absolutely love Michael now. Like, I think he's so good. When he's in the episode, you know it's a good one. He just makes it. That's you need characters like that in it. Not in the show enough, but when you're in here, it's like not here for a long time, here for a good time. Something's like that. When he's here, it's sick.
Not a chance in hell.
We have to find him.
Mardi Gras out there. The streets will be packed to the rafters.
Better than being fatherless.
I'm sure they have Mardi Gras every episode in the show.
Look, you put him down, he got back up. You put him down again, the same thing's gonna happen.
So what? You guys are always saying that I need someone to take care of me. Well, who's gonna take care of me if he goes?
It's as if he's everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
All I have ever wanted was to silence my brother's shame and despair. If Niklas destroys himself in a rampage of torment, he can't die like this.
Kill her. Do it, boy.
I know your heart, KLAUS. You're so much better than this.
I'm like a parrot. Every time I see the blue eyes, I'm like, oh, them eyes are sick. I was about to say it and I thought, man, don't say it, man. You say it every single time. I do. It just looks so good.
Ivy once told me of a cycling spell. I thought it could clear KLAUS's mind enough so that he might enjoy his last moments.
I need a clean slate. I'm leaving New Orleans.
For how long?
Good, Freya.
Well, then I need to tell you something. We decided to start a family. We wanted someone who we really cared about to be the father of our child.
Oh, always found the boat.
We're not done talking.
Did he even speak?
Shouldn't you be planning your next epic duel to dear Marcel? I'm going home, instead of wallowing in this toxic, codependent nightmare we call family.
For once in his narcissistic life, he's doing something for the rest of us.
Are you all bought into always and forever?
You really don't care?
I don't.
You are even less of a man than I thought you were.
What he said then, I never really bought into it. I actually believe, well, I'm going to say that, he's going to come back and say it today, but You know, she is incapable of happiness. It's true. She restricts herself in the fear of like not having what she could potentially want or whatever. Like she says, she's a darkness. Stops herself from being loved by Marcel. And she countered, wait, he's doing something for the family. You know, he's actually improved as a person. He has done as well. So like both of them is like throwing a bit of facts at each other. I like it.
What have you done?
What I've always done.
Saved
Followed
you.
you into the fire.
Give me back the steak.
In good time. You owe it to your family, to your daughter, to say goodbye.
You have no idea the agony of being a father, loving someone so much you cannot bear to see them in pain. You've tried to make me a better man, and for that, I honor you. No goodbyes.
I could stop you.
You could try. Let me be.
I'm dying inside me.
Don't make me murder you while you contemplate killing yourself. I am here to collect a debt.
I'm standing in one of my favorite places, and all I can think about is how much I want to show it to you.
You owe me a tour.
I am afraid because I've been here before. I've been right there on the verge of starting something new for myself, and it never works out for me.
I want a better future, Vincent. I want it with Keelan, and I want it with you.
I've hurt too many people, and that is a curse that I refuse to pass on to another generation.
Get Marcel to beat me. Imagine that.
Michael's sins have always been complicated.
My heart is breaking. The little fool is right.
Cole, mate, she wants him.
Cole, happiness is a choice.
That's it, mate. That's what I want to see. About time, man. About time. Teased it since episode 1.
Would you even be here if I had longer to live?
Maybe I'd let you chase me around for a few more centuries. Look, what you're doing is noble, Klaus.
I don't know how to say goodbye.
One of you stands, walks to the door, doesn't turn back. You'll know that the not looking just means I'll never forget you.
Check these, mate. My heart's absolutely smashing. Like, I wonder if Camille's hiding somewhere.
Hope yours everything. And without you, he wouldn't even be making the sacrifice. He's afraid.
I'd like a moment alone with my daughter, please.
This is so scared. I'm dying. I feel like, honestly. Right, I'm gonna have like a breather. Honestly, my heart's like, it's smashing it. I know it's the last episode, and like, I know that it's not been renewed right now. I just don't want him to die, but I think he's going to. I just do. I feel like he's going to go get possessed or something, going mad and like kill Marcel as well and then die. Imagine that. Imagine if he did kill Marcel randomly out of nowhere, just being possessed like Michael, telling him to do all this mad stuff. And I would have guessed it, mate. I would have guessed at the start of the season that Marcel, KLAUS and Haley would have died, and that would have been an amazing guess. But like, it's crazy. Literally, like, I just need to bring it down because there's still ages left. But like, I'm getting dead built up inside. Like I'm gonna pop out the top. I sort of see loads of sad moments now. Like, I need everybody there, and I need him to go around the room and just tell everybody like how good he, like how much they've made him a better person, how much, you know, like he loves them, because then it'll make me happy then, so that if he does die, I know that he's gone out like a proper family man, a true dad, you know, someone who's loved and progressed and just evolved, and it'll excite me. But right now I'm wasting away inside.
Yeah, I'll break something if you have to. Just don't look at me like that.
Elijah was willing to take the curse completely.
And what kind of father allows another man to die for his child and bury their parents? It happens every day, every hour.
So why does it have to be today?
I've not lived an honorable life. But doing this, taking the darkness into myself so no one else is afflicted by it, that is an honorable death. Because you've helped me feel something that I never thought was possible. Unconditional love. My air. You're my heart.
The night that he almost caught me sneaking out of your room, I think I was hiding in that crawl space for about 12 hours.
Just wanted to say hi.
Hi.
Wait, do you remember that April Fool's in Copenhagen where he compelled a circus troupe to follow you around?
What was his phrase?
His inspiration.
I should have known this was going to be redundant.
The prodigal brother returns.
If Nick's time is up, then I guess I didn't want to miss my chance to bitch and moan.
But he also secretly adores his youngest brother. If this is to be my funeral, then let's get on with it.
Oh God, literally I nearly had me crying now, honestly. Like, it's emotional for me. It's just, to me, like, my family is like, I don't know, the most important thing ever. So like, seeing everybody there, even when he got differences. It's sad, man, honestly. Like, I am getting emotional now. Final episode, come on, man. I'll make it through without crying.
I will never abandon you if you so much as breathe my name.
Time for an old-fashioned wish-burning ceremony.
You know, as much as I've savored the joy of tormenting you throughout the years, it will mean everything to me. Probably the only reason why I've survived as long as I have. But long after I'm gone, you will all come together for your future.
We're bound forever to those with whom we share blood. That bond is our greatest strength.
Though I may be leaving you tonight, this is not the end of the Michaels. Always and forever.
Always and forever.
He's not gonna kill himself, is he? Surely, like, he's just gonna like possess him or something. I don't know.
There's something else we need to discuss.
I'm gonna make you proud. But I'm gonna go back to school and I'll be okay. I'm gonna do right by our name.
I love you deeper than the oceans.
How do we do this?
He sat down when he got told he was having a baby in it.
Ah, this old chestnut.
I never should have got in the way of your happiness.
You don't have to apologize.
I've asked Caroline to get you the cure of the life you've always wanted to live.
Thank you.
I don't want your last memory of me to be my death.
I agree. Let's not.
We're gonna die together.
Just as effective in its shorter form.
I'm aware. I intend to die by your side.
No, do I want that to happen? No, I don't. I actually don't want that to happen. Like, I have consistent with the original vampires have been around for 1,000 years and now they're gonna die just because we're watching a show. Nah, it's a show and like I'm, do you know what I mean? I'm talking like it's real life and like, do you know what I mean? But do I love that? I do love it though. No, I ain't gonna lie. Absolutely love it, mate. I intend to die by your side. That is what you call always and forever. Like, your pain, my pain. You know, you succeed, I succeed. You lose, I lose. You die, I die. So I do love it, you know. But the interesting thing is, and I'll counter it. I will counter it by saying that if he's gonna die, he could have took it and died, and Klaus could have stayed alive. Do you know? That is the sour bit. Like, okay, it's a great gesture and it's really nice, but Klaus was saying, mate, what kind of a man would I be if I put the power inside of him and let another man die for me? Okay, love that speech. True, noble man, taking the responsibility yourself. But if Elijah's going to die, I understand that he's dying because you're dying, but he could have took it and died, and you could have stayed alive and been with hope. You know, so that's the little bit that I'm going to counter with.
Free of the Mad King, brother. You can do whatever your heart desires.
This is my heart's desire. Brother, tonight I truly saw a path. I saw a vision of a future for everyone. The purpose of my life has always been your redemption.
Truly believe I am redeemed. Painful goodbyes, and then you slipped away without telling a soul.
I told him that I was going to redefine always and forever. I was going to follow you from this adventure to whatever lies beyond. Each of them give me their blessing.
What about hope?
Well, she'll have Marcel and Rebecca and Freya.
She is the very best of me.
Family portrait, paint one. Love it. I've got a massive ball in my throat, honestly.
2 witches and a werewolf. He's gonna have one hell of a temper. That madman, Klaus Michelson, can find the courage to sacrifice everything for his family. Maybe I can find the courage to deal with the possibility of loss.
If I'm leaving, then so are you. We're giving the city back.
I want to be with you, Marcel.
Do you really?
There's a cure in Mystic Falls with my name on it. I'm going to lead a human life. You are my friend, my partner, my love. And if you're willing to have me, I would very much like to be your wife.
What if there's nothing after this?
We face it together, as always.
I don't deserve the love you've given me, brother, but I am so grateful.
It's been a glorious ride, Nicholas. I'm the greatest honor.
That was sad, man. okay. And there we have it. We've absolutely finished it. Finito, done. And literally, it's the first time like a proper teared up. Look, like face is like red. Like literally, it's really sad. Really sad. Do you know? I always think it's more sad when you try and speak after it. So like, you can sit there and you can look at it and you can like hold, you know, like your emotions in and whatnot. But then like when you have to try and discuss it, it's kind of like you reliving the sadness. Do you know what I mean? So like, you can, like when he was sat down and he was talking about Klaus and that, they're all having a laugh and stuff. But then that's when you start getting emotional because you could be gutted that they're dying, and like you can feel that emotions inside. But then when you start discussing it, talking about the memories and stuff, it just like, I don't know, it just comes back, doesn't it? Like all the emotions, it's like you're reliving it twice. But no complaints from me, honestly. I thought it was good. Now, I have said that I'm disappointed, you know, that they've died like after 1,000 years. But that's just me like looking into it as like too far, as in just not considering it's a TV show. The only thing that I am devastated is that Hope's lost both parents. I don't know how I liked how Haley was stood behind her looking at the family portrait. I kind of would have liked him to see them on the other side, but I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like that was a perfect death. I feel like that was I'm trying to think, is that the best death we've had? Because it was Elijah that got me on that one, honestly. When he was saying to him all around the fire, you know, like Klaus said, yeah, you know, you're telling me to go and say goodbye and all that stuff, but you're a hypocrite, you know, you're coming out here, you're doing this, you're sacrificing yourself out, telling him. He said, look, mate, I've told him. And obviously we got the cutscene, he was there and he was telling him. And it's just like sad because I just love how Elijah said, mate, my whole purpose is you, Klaus. And it's like, it's so good. It's like they're in a relationship together. It's like, my life is your life. And I respect it. Elijah, man, he's had a tough season. He has. But you can't deny that he is a proper family man. Now, I know that what happened to Haley is brutal. And you could blame him for it. And I'm not going to put it past you for doing that and denying him. But he is willing to do whatever it takes for his family. The only bit that, like, sad to me a little bit, if you used to say that, is like only one technically had to die, and we lost two of them. You know, we lost two of them. We only had to have one. Elijah could have took the powers, and then he could have died, and Hope would have still had a parent. Klaus would have still been alive. But you know, I'm not going to look into that too much because get emotional just speaking about like the two brothers. Literally, I just feel like they're so good together. They blended so well. So I'm going to start talking about other characters that are not the two brothers right now. Because get emotional speaking about them. This outro will be like 10, 20 minutes long on its own. So it's like, let's talk about them, recover our state, and then we'll go into the brothers. So I'm really liking how Freya and Keelan asked Vincent, you know, like if he could be the dad, and that is a good little family going there, isn't it? Like, you got Vincent being the dad, you got Keelan and Freya being the mum, you've got like you've got two witch parents and a werewolf, and like technically it's that is a hybrid, yeah, just a different type of hybrid that we've not seen before. Usually they got the vampire abilities, haven't they? So I'm really happy with that. Obviously Vincent at first said no, and then obviously changed his mind and he said yeah, obviously why not, you know, you got nothing to lose, don't let fear get in the way. I do like how Cole and Rebecca had a decent heart-to-heart conversation as well, and he was saying, look, if you want to feel loved, mate, it's a choice. And she went and she chose Marcel, she's been with him, she's accepted his marriage proposal, or technically she kind of proposed to him as well in the same way with the same envelopes, which is really nice. Marcel's a fantastic character, honestly. Like I was saying, he is a good one. I really enjoyed him in the season as well. I like how Haley come back just at the very end there, and she stood behind Hope looking at the portraits and stuff. I feel like she it would have been nice possibly to see her maybe reunite with Klaus and that on the other side, because they said, what's going to happen, mate? I wonder if it's just darkness. Well, we'll never know with those, will we? But I do love the fact that Haley did come in the episode a little bit. I love the fact that Michael was in it. and Camille, even if it was just for a little moment, it was really good. Now, like I said, I really enjoyed the fact that Vincent and Freya and Keelan are going to start a family. Cole and Davina have got their own little family going. He was saying that, you know, he's chose to be with his happy and be with his wife and be with the person that he loves. And Rebecca should technically do the same. She has. She's chose Marcel now. KLAUS, obviously, on his departing gifts or whatever, said to Rebecca, look, if you want the cure, you can go and get it. I've asked Caroline to have it. It's going to be in Mystic Falls. Whenever you want, the time is right and you want to die a happy life, then you can go there, you can get it, and you can take it. My only counter to that is we've seen it, you know. Catherine was like 500 years old. She took it. She desiccated absolutely rapid, you know. And obviously when Elena took it, she'd only been a vampire for like 3 years or something. So didn't really impact her much. But Rebecca, as soon as she takes it, she's not going to be dead instantly. I feel like it would be. So it's pretty much like a death pact, isn't it? But her decisions could change after being married to Marcel for so long. You know, at what point do you decide, right, that's it now, I'm bored, I'm going to go and die, you know? So, I mean, that is an interesting one. I do like the fact that he said that Marcel's always going to be there for Hope if she ever needs it. All she has to do is say his name and he's there. Maybe he makes a few appearances in the in Legacies, who knows? But we've got to talk about the two main men of the episode. Now, like I said, I get sad and tear up, not because of death scenes, you know. I didn't care about that they died here. That wasn't what triggered my sadness at all in any way, shape or form. And you could say, oh, you're lying. I'm not lying. What it is proudness is what makes me emotional. Like, and when he was sat around the table and he was talking, and, you know, all the family was there having a good time eating, and they was going through the memories. We just had the music in the background, and we couldn't really hear what they were saying. But I was so proud of that moment because you could just relate it to your own family. You know, like when you sit there and your whole family's around, and you're just looking, you're thinking, this is it, mate. Look at us here together. That's emotional. Don't care about no deaths. Like, literally, to me, it's just sitting there with the memories and reminiscing and just being proud of who you are and who you've got with you and your support. That's what triggered me. That was the first little part of it that got me. Honestly, that was where I could feel it getting a bit emotional. You know, I had to take a breath. I was like, oh, come on, man. We can make it through the episode. We don't need to tear up. I nearly done it as well. Right up until the last moments. Personally, that was the best death scene that we've had. Elijah made me so proud in that aspect there. And that's where it got me. Like, because, mate, my purpose in life was for you. Do you know, KLAUS? We're born together, we live together, we transition together. It wasn't by choice, you know. You die, I die. You're happy, I'm happy, you know. If you're going to go out, we'll go out together. I like the fact that they stabbed each other and they didn't desiccate, just fall on the floor. They were just looking at each other slowly. And then they had like the Avengers effect where they like drift off into the sky, like into ash. I just think it was great. Every bit of that conversation that KLAUS Elijah had at the end, 10 out of 10 for me. And that was emotional. Such a proud moment that it got me sad. You know what I mean? And, you know, as you've seen over the course of the Vampire Diaries, hopefully you've watched it. If you've not, it doesn't matter. But if you have seen it, you've been on a crazy journey. All the seasons of the Vampire Diaries, all the seasons of the originals, many deaths, and basically never get emotional or anything. But you can see it when somebody has such an impact on you. You do get emotional. You know what I mean? Get that connection. I do respect it big time that they've gone out together. And what better way, man? Because in the Vampire Diaries, my favourite relationship is by far Stefan and Damon. And in this one, it is by far KLAUS and Elijah. Even in my votes, if you've seen it, I said that realistically I would have put KLAUS, Elijah, Haley, but because I feel like people, when you get 3 votes, you can choose, and people that are underrated and very good team players, it was still, I took Haley out and I put Vincent in, and the KLAUS, Elijah. You know, them two had to be there. KLAUS, Elijah. I love everything about them. The chemistry, the connection, the bond, you know, how much they're willing to do whatever it takes for each other. and the acting's been amazing. So altogether, absolutely loved this. It's been amazing. Honestly, it's so good. Thanks so much, everybody, for checking out any of the videos, whether you're new here, you just started, whether you've been a long-term subscriber, whether you just watched this series or the Vampire Diaries or whatnot, or whether you just like all the random stuff that comes to the channel. Really appreciate it, and I can't thank you all enough. So thanks so much, everybody, for clicking on this video today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will catch you in the next season, which will be Legacies. That will be coming to the Patreon and the YouTube, and whatever you guys have voted for when we check out the polls, whether it's you, Teen Wolf, Peaky Blinders, whatever. I'm really excited to see that as well. So thanks so much, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.